Be nice. Hi, I'm Dominique Charpentier, recording artist, film and video game composer, and I'm here to help you with tips for aspiring composers. Today's tip is about being nice. In general, in the music business industry, you will work with a lot of people and you will have to spend a lot of time working, for example, in the recording studio or doing remote work with a team. And of course, it's better if you work with nice people instead of working with assholes. So you should definitely be nice with other people because then they will want to work with you again and maybe hire you for a new job. Instead, if you're a rude person or if you're just an asshole, nobody will want to work with you again. So in the long run, it's always better to be a nice person. So it's easy to say that, but maybe I can explain it better, with practical things that you can do to be nice, because it's not just a word like this, you have to be nice. It's very practical things. So the first thing I have in mind is to be nice with people, is to show your interests in the person you work with. So for example, ask questions, not just how are you, but on what things you are working on, how it's going in your life. Show interest also for the personal things, not just the music business. Maybe how is your wife, your husband, your kids, things like that, to create a true relationship with the people you are working with, and then maybe eventually it will become also a friend. So it starts by being a colleague, and then maybe it can be then a friendship, and then that's great because that's how it works. And then of course, if you want to hire somebody, for example, to compose music for your film, who will you be hiring? Somebody you don't know, or maybe somebody you already know, and a friend. I think you're more likely to hire a friend to do a job than somebody you don't know. Okay, so that's a first idea, to ask questions, show interest, and create a relationship with the people you work with. Even if you don't like them, maybe at the beginning you're very different, but you can still try to create something with them, at least to have a decent, a respectful relationship with your colleagues. It's very important. The second thing I think about is favors. So you have to think about doing favors to others. So helping also people that you don't know, maybe. So if somebody asks for a favor to you, for example, to be in your playlist or something like that, if of course the music fits your playlist, etc., etc., but don't be afraid to be generous with your time and with helping other people, even if you don't know them a lot. Because then eventually, maybe they will return the favor later and it will maybe help you with your career. So I'm not saying that you should do favors to other people thinking about what you will get in return. That's not what I'm saying. But know that the more favors you do for people, the more help you bring to people. And then eventually the more you will get at the end, because some of the people you helped, some of them, they will want to help you back at some point. So I think that's great. Of course, some of them won't help you back. That's how it is. So just maybe when you do favors for somebody, you do it multiple times, and then you never see something back. Then maybe just stop wasting time with this person. That's how it is. It can be like this also. But definitely do favors, and of course also return favors. So if somebody helped you a lot with something, then don't forget what he did for you, and at some point when maybe you have the opportunity to help him or her back, then do it. It's very important. So that's the second idea, very practical thing. Then the third idea, so when you work with people, I think the very important thing is to communicate. So for example, if you have a problem, you work with somebody and you have a problem, then say it. It's very important to say if there is something that you don't like, if somebody has hurt your feelings, just say it. It's very important, so you don't keep things to yourself and then the relationship is not going to end well. But when you say something to somebody, sometimes it can be difficult things to say. Just beware of the words you use and try to be diplomats, you know, to say things, real things, true things, what you feel, what you want, what you need, but try to use words that won't hurt the people in front of you. It's very important. And I say that because I know I can be very, when I say things, sometimes it can be hurtful to people because I'm very cash, you know. So that's something I learned with my friends, the people I love, to say things with more diplomacy. So it's the same with the work, you know, when you have a problem, definitely say it, but use kind words, you know. You don't have to be an asshole again, because this won't end well for you. And then the fourth thing I thought about is empathy. So it's very important, all the emotions. Try to understand when you work with someone what he or she feels, you know, so you understand him or her better, and then you will be it will be easy for you then to react, you know, based on how he or she feels. So it's not always easy to know what people feel, especially if you're not a person that knows what you feel yourself, because sometimes that's things that your parents maybe they didn't teach you. So about this you can read, watch videos online to know what is empathy and how to understand better the emotions of other people. And this will definitely help you, because then you will be able to create a nice atmosphere, you know, of work. When people work with you, then they will feel that it's nice to work with you because they feel comfortable. Okay. So that's these 4 ideas. I think they are very important that you can use if you don't know how to be nice, because when you say be nice, it can be very theoretical, you know. So show interest to your colleagues, do favors and return favors, communicate, and show empathy. And I have a very practical thing to end this video to help you if you are not very good with all these things. So I thought about a book called The 5 Languages of Love. It was written by Gary Chapman. And it's actually a book for couples, but I think the things he describes in the book are very useful also for friendship and in general relationships with people. So what this author says is that there are 5 languages to feel or show your love to people. So that's the gifts, quality time, services, physical contact, and positive words. And that's definitely something that you can also put in action with your friends and with your colleagues. So for example, I remember when I worked in 2021, I worked on the movie America, directed by Ophir, Raoul Greiser. And he came here in Provence, in my studio, to work, to finish the soundtrack. So it was a very hard work, you know, during a whole week in the studio all the time, just he and I. And it was doing things sometimes difficult, you know, change the music, or we were stuck on some parts of the music, so it wasn't always easy to work on the music itself. But I think we managed to create a nice relationship of work, and it was also we shared some nice moments, you know, outside of the studio, eating a nice dinner or just talking about life. And for example, when I was talking about the book. I remember I bought for him once, for example, a nice croissant and pain au chocolat because I know he likes it. And it's just a small example, you know, just that when he came here to work, I had these little gifts, and it's a nice way to start the day of hard work, you know. And he did the same for me with other things as well. So that's just a very practical example that I remember, and that you can use in your life of work, because I think it's definitely very important that when people think about you for a job, they will think, okay, this guy is very good at this, but also, oh yes, he's very nice, I would love to work with him again, okay? So this is my tip for today. I hope you will enjoy it. As always, feel free to subscribe and to ask anything in the comments section. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.